Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, beautiful people. Welcome to the Wealth Building mini class, Money Matters and Your Relationship. It's actually a mini class series. I'm Millen Livis, Financial Independence Mentor, and the topic of today's mini class is mine, yours, and ours, sharing financial responsibilities in your relationship as a couple. So whether you're gonna watch this mini class as in the recording or you're watching it live, I want to say thank you for being here, and I really appreciate you taking time in this beautiful month of August to watch this this mini class, to be here with me. So before we begin, I want to be very clear, because I don't want any misunderstanding. I want to start with this statement. Different couples have different dynamics: emotional, physical, spiritual, and financial dynamics. So there is absolutely no one advice fits all that can be applied to how people should manage their finances as a couple. So with this being said, I'd like to share with you today my observations from my client stories, as well as my own experience, and let you decide what makes sense and what can work for you. Okay? So here, let's talk about these 3 simple guidelines, also questions, for sharing financial responsibilities as a couple. So first is joint or individual accounts. Again, for many couples, having all money together is a preferred way of managing money. They have only joint accounts. They pay all expenses from this joint accounts. They allocate savings and investments from these joint accounts. If this is your situation and both of you are happy with it, great, great, congratulations. You found the way that works for you. However, keeping all money together doesn't work for all couples, especially when it's a second or a third marriage. So how can you handle your finances if you want to maintain some level of financial independence in your relationship? Well, in two-income situation in a relationship, the easiest setup is to have individual accounts where both partners maintain their own assets, and have joint accounts where both partners contribute to in order to pay shared expenses. It's the least complicated way to share the financial responsibilities of the day-to-day expenses while maintaining a level of financial independence in your relationship, if that's important to you. So from observing my clients over the years and from my personal experience in the first and second marriage, having both individual and joint accounts works well for most couples. And I believe it works well because it takes away some of control issues that tend to be associated with how our money is used. However, the most important factor here is trust and transparency, because having joint accounts requires transparency. It requires trust and mutual commitment toward common goals. And also, please don't forget that while you have separate bank or brokerage accounts, you've got to have each other names listed as beneficiaries, even though you have individual accounts. Okay, so let's move on to guideline and question number 1. What if one partner makes more? So if you choose to have individual accounts as well as joint accounts, the way each of you contribute to the joint accounts must be discussed and agreed upon, so you both feel content with this arrangement. So what contribution arrangements work best? Most likely, you and your partner earn different salaries, different income. So what would be a fair contribution to your joint accounts? I would say definitely not equal contributions, definitely not 50-50. You can either decide, number one, who pays for what, or number two, contribute proportionally to your individual income. So if you decide who pays for what, for example, one partner pays for mortgage, taxes, another pays for utilities, food, clothes, transportation, etc. Or if you decide to contribute proportionally to your individual accounts, the example would be you make 40,000 and your partner makes 60,000, then you should pay 40% toward the shared expenses and your partner 60%. For instance, if the rent amount that for your apartment where you live together is 2,000, you'll pay 800 and your partner will contribute 1,200 toward this rent. So to simplify this, if you choose to go this route, make sure you adjust the contribution amounts if you have any changes in your life. For example, if one partner starts making more money, or unfortunately loses a job, or if a partner goes on a maternity leave. So make sure that you adapt to changes and keep some money in reserve in joint and individual accounts to cover any unexpected expenses or to make investments. All right, number three guideline, decide who pays for what, right? So in the simplest terms, your money contribution can start with questions like this. What are our shared expenses? Mortgage or rent, utilities, internet, food, transportation, etc. So what are our joint expenses? And another question could be, how do we handle individual outstanding debt? For example, if one partner has student loan payments, another partner has car loan payments, or one of the partners or both have individual credit card debt. So obviously, this would be individual decisions for different couples. But talking about these matters will help you find solutions. You can choose to offer to help your partner pay off outstanding debt and make him or her feel free sooner by creating a shared financial goal and motivating your partner by helping to pay off the debt. This will also likely create an additional bond in your relationship. Or you may offer to take on a larger percentage of household expenses, therefore freeing your partner to tackle her or his debt payments faster. Or if your partner insists on paying his or her bills by herself, you can offer to pay for fun activities, for example, dinners out, or concerts or vacations from your individual accounts. So these conversations need to happen, and all the money matters must be openly discussed so you don't have any taboo topics in your life as a couple, especially when it comes to money, your financial matters. Okay? So that would be it for today's mini class. And if you want additional access to additional resources on various financial topics, I invite you to sign up for my YouTube channel, Millen Livis Channel Wealth. And for additional support, I would like to invite you to join my Wealth Building for Powerful Women Facebook group. Again, thank you so much for taking time in this beautiful month of August to watch this video, and I will see you for the next mini class in this series next week. To your health, wealth, and freedom.